Welcome to the ADT Security NBC Sports Update. Here's your host, Alan Bestwick.
Phoenix International Raceway, one of the great settings in NASCAR, and the place where the chase for the Nextel Cup continues today. Welcome to the ADT Sports Update. I'm Alan Bestwick. 2 races remain in the NASCAR season, and the championship is close. Our countdown to green begins in just a moment. Then at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, it's Football Night in America, your first source for news from the football world after Sunday's games. And on Sunday Night Football, a great NFC matchup, the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It was another wild Saturday in college football with a couple of top-ranked teams taking a fall and another getting a scare. We start with the number 4 Texas Longhorns, who traveled to Kansas State. Wildcats quarterback Josh Freeman threw 3 touchdown passes and ran for another as K-State upset the Longhorns 45-42, handing Texas its second loss of the season. In the SEC, number 5 Auburn was a 2-touchdown favorite at home against Georgia, but Bulldog defensive back Trey Battle had 3 first-half interceptions, running this one back for a touchdown. Georgia wins 37-15. Auburn is also now 9-2. And still in the SEC, number 6 Florida needed a last-second field goal block by Jarvis Moss to preserve a 1-point win over former coach Steve Spurrier, 17-16 Gators in Gainesville. And now our ADT Good Sport Award. We go for that to the NBA and the Milwaukee Bucks' Michael Redd. Redd dropped an incredible 57 points on the Utah Jazz last night, breaking a franchise record set by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1971. Redd had a chance to win the game with a last-second three-pointer, but missed. The Bucks lost the game, but Michael Redd's record gets him the ADT Good Sport Award. And that's all for now from the ADT Sports Update. Countdown to Green from Phoenix is next.
This has been the ADT Security NBC Sports Update. ADT Security Services, the world leader at home and business security.
This is the Bank of America Countdown to Green as we get set to go racing.
Just a little over 2 hours ago, Jimmie Johnson and his wife Shani arriving at the Phoenix International Raceway. He's the championship leader with just 2 races to go, but today starts 29th, the worst starting position of all 10 chasers. Just 17 points behind him, driver 17, 2003 Series champion Matt Kenseth. The fans in Phoenix are some of the best fans on the circuit. They know the stars, they know the story. They know this is the race that will determine who goes to Homestead to race for the championship and who just wants to go home. 2 races to go. 10 men still mathematically alive in the chase. But barring a stampede, only a small gang has a realistic chance of winning it all. Today, NASCAR's wild ride in the untamed West continues in the Valley of the Sun. And for some, it may be the Desert of Doom. 1 week ago in Texas, some of the favorites fell out of the saddle.
Oh, we got trouble. Right front tire.
This is heartbreaking for Jeff Burton. Still, others managed to hang on to the reins in difficult situations and get out of Dodge still in the hunt.
Oh, Kenseth goes around.
Today, these men are looking for an oasis of points in the heat of the drive to the championship, and it won't get any hotter than this. There's a new sheriff in town. In the last 4 weeks, Jimmie Johnson won at Martinsville and has finished second 3 times. Finally, he is the leader in the chase. The posse trying to catch him is getting smaller and time is growing shorter. And while the chasers focus on the silver, one outlaw is trying to steal all the gold, winning the last 2 races. Today, we'll see who ends up on NASCAR's most wanted poster and who has the horses to take them to Homestead for a chance to ride off with the Nextel Cup. Good job. NBC Sports, in association with NASCAR, presents Round 9 of the Chase for the Nextel Cup. Today, it's NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing from Phoenix, presented by the Principal Financial Group. Hi, everybody, our NBC Race family. Thrilled to be here in Phoenix. This is the Bank of America Countdown to Green. I'm Bill Weber. In the 3 seasons of the Chase, there have been 28 races. Jimmie Johnson has won 7 of them. but this is just the second time in 3 years he has led the chase. Last year after Dover, he led Rusty Wallace by 7 points. Now he leads Matt Kenseth by 17 points. Here is the points picture with today's starting positions. Desperate chasers Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick start on the front row. Dale Jr. is 4th. Johnson cannot clinch the championship today because the most points a driver can gain in one race is 156. Any driver trailing by 191 points or more at the conclusion of today's race is mathematically eliminated. Any driver trailing by 157 or more points is eliminated when the championship leader starts the race at Homestead next week. All that being said, any one of the top 5 drivers in the chase could go to Homestead as the championship leader. In 2004, Jimmie Johnson finished 2nd in the chase, 8 points behind Kurt Busch. Now just 712 miles from the finish line, Johnson is number 1. After a staggering start to the chase, Jimmie got his groove back, finishing 2nd at Charlotte, 1 at Martinsville, and has been 2nd the last 2 weeks. He's rallied from 9th to 1st. The question now, can he stay there? Jimmie Johnson has won the Daytona 500. Jimmie Johnson wins at Indianapolis. His 2nd win here at Martinsville. 5th win of 2006 for Jimmie Johnson.
Jimmie Johnson was championship leader 22 of the first 36 weeks and then never in the chase until last week when a 2nd place finish at Texas put you back up top. What's your approach today, though, with a slim lead and you guys starting 29th? How do you have to take this?
Well, I got to be smart trying to come through traffic. One great thing is I've got an awesome race car, and we've been very fast in the long run. Got an unfortunate draw, which put us, where we are in the qualifying grid. But I really think I'm just going to be relaxed, calm. I know my car is going to be good. I know I've got a great team on pit road and great pit stops coming. So I'm just going to take my time and work my way up.
And is it more fun now that you're the championship leader again?
I don't know if it's fun for anyone at this stage. We all enjoy being in this moment, and this is what we work all season for. But it's going to be fun once it's over. Right now, it's it's just pressure and work, and it's time to get out there and race. So it's much better in the race car. Sitting outside the car talking about it's the hard part. Getting in there and racing is the part I love.
All right, well, good luck with that. We are over here. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
And Jeff Burton. Dave is a former Phoenix winner. Tough blow last week at Texas, but you come in to Phoenix only 79 points out of 5th and a small cushion to 9th. So is this the place of the final 2 races that's most vulnerable for a point shakeup?
Well, I think that obviously there's a lot of focus on it, but at the end of the day, obviously last week was pretty devastating with a singular Chevrolet. But this team will not lay down. I can guarantee you that. We'll come and fight and get all we can and go out and try to win races and compete at a high level. And that's what we're doing anyway. It's just now we're doing it for a different reason.
He'll try for his 2nd Phoenix win. At the beginning of the chase, he had a dominant race car, won a race, led the points. But lately, the headline stealers come from a different shade of orange.
We'd much rather be in the chase, but trying to find the positives and the negatives, we're able to at least go out and just worry about trying to win races.
Stewart down the back.
He looks like he's out of fuel.
Tony Stewart's going to take the checkered flag and coast across the finish line and win.
Good job, boys. Nice job in the pits today. Proud of you, Smokey. Done a hell of a race, babe.
Outside the chase for the Nextel Cup Championship, Tony Stewart wins at Texas.
It has been a pretty good month so far for Tony Stewart. Those 2 straight wins. You got an owner's championship last night. Go ahead, get your plug in quick.
Yeah, we did a great job. We had Josh Wise winning the USAC National Sprint Car Championship. He won the driver's side on Friday, and then he won us the owner's side on Saturday, and got our good buddy Josh Richards here that's with us. We're introducing him to a bunch of the car owners. He runs with the Dirt Late Model World of Outlaws series, and trying to get him introduced to a bunch of the car owners and crew chiefs around here, and trying to get him some help, trying to get him some stock car rides too.
Early in the chase, you lamented having to race around the guys who are running for the championship. You won the last 2 weeks. That changed your thoughts any?
No, I've tried to just get away from them. You know, if I can get out and get in the lead, I don't have to worry about being around them, and you know, then I'm not interfering with what they got going on. But you know, it's been an awesome month this month. I mean, between this weekend already and you know, the last 2 weeks being able to win like we have, I'm so proud of Zippy and all the guys on the Home Depot racing team. And you know, that's a new Monte Carlo SS that we built for the Kansas City race, and it's been undefeated. So it's 3-0, and it's not going to be here this weekend, but it'll be at Homestead again. So we're going to see if we can finish out strong with that car.
We will see if Tony can finish up strong today here at Phoenix. He takes the green flag in 23rd starting spot, Bill.
Thanks, Alan. The last time the Nextel Cup Series raced on November 12th was in the year 2000 at Homestead. It was the next to last race of the season. This is the next to last race of the season. The winner 6 years ago today, Tony Stewart. He's running second. Now a hard hit. Sits in the middle of the tri-oval here at Texas.
Tin got loose in front of me, and I got in the back of him. The extracurricular activity afterwards is the part that we got to put it into. They just acting like a bunch of morons, like they race.
This week, NASCAR announced that Craig Curione, a crew member on the 10 car of Scott Riggs, has been fined $10,000 and suspended indefinitely after a post-race shoving incident with members of the 29 team, including Kevin Harvick and his wife Delana, and a NASCAR official. Curione works for car owner Ray Evernham. I spoke with Ray here on Saturday. Curione is currently on suspension from his job and will face additional disciplinary action, but at the request of Kevin Harvick, will not lose his job. Today, Harvick starts second, and Matt is with him.
It definitely was a crazy post-race situation, Bill. And Kevin, are you satisfied with the way NASCAR handled the situation and also the many responses you got from Ray Evernham?
Well, I think everybody did a great job handling everything, just making sure everything was done right. And Ray was, I couldn't get to work fast enough Monday, and he'd called 2 or 3 times. So I mean, the first time I've ever really got a chance to talk to Ray and truly professional about everything that he did.
Now you start the day out 105 markers out of the lead. Realistically, going into next week, where do you need to be points-wise to still have a shot at the title?
Well, I think any place within reason. I think somewhere around 30 is realistic. But I mean, anywhere within what you can gain in a race is possible the way this chase has gone. But I think that's where we need to be, somewhere around 30 points.
And he couldn't pick a better place to close that gap. He's won here in all 3 NASCAR divisions and dominated this event back in the spring. Dave?
Well, Matt, NASCAR and Ray Evernham, the car owner, took the appropriate actions following the race. During the race, though, Scott, you and Kevin had an altercation. How did things stand with you? You have to go get introduced, but how did things stand?
You know, I haven't talked to Kevin, but, you know, I mean, he got into me. He knew he got into me, and we just call it racing, but we're trying not to think about it too much.
Okay, head on up the stairs. He has to go get introduced, guys, and we...
Hey, welcome to Phoenix. You know, this week we thought it would be a lot of fun to look back at some of the Wally Worlds we've done over the last few years. So let's get started.
Wally.
Hello, Bill.
We're ready to shoot that beast for Countdown to Green.
Where would you like to do it?
Wherever you feel most comfortable.
Hey, I was up. Oh, I did it again. I can't believe it. You didn't mean to do that when you suck.
Oh, it's all about you, isn't it, Wally?
It really is.
It's all about you.
Keep your hands on the wheel, though.
Hand off.
Call it in the air.
Tails. I keep feeling thing with these gloves on. I just scared the 2-time Indy 500 winner. Now I've accomplished something in my life.
There you go. They're gone.
Let's go faster. You got to stay focused. No distractions.
Yeah, but I tell you what, this thing turns better than my car.
Oh, my God. And this is... I am not screaming. I don't hear you singing now, buddy. Come on, sing this song. Oh, you did the wall. No, not yet. Last year, Matt Kenseth came into this race, had the championship clinched.
You want to go down to the pavement?
I think I have Colin back to see
Drive it like you stole it.
Feels like it's going to rip itself right off the racetrack.
Well, some over here, some over there. I hope this right side not holding you down. I like it. Just not by the wall.
How close to that wall? Woo! Oh, Molly's World! For the love of God! Hey, Molly. Yeah. Thanks for being a gentleman.
A few bonding moments with Wally Dallenbach. Mark Martin is a former winner here at Phoenix. but has not won this season. In the last 4 races, 22nd or worse. He starts 21st. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a 2-time winner at Phoenix, and we'll talk to him next when the countdown continues.
Time waiting to make a move. They're one group from the top of the track.
Down the back stretch now. Cale breaks inside. Donnie defends. Cale goes low and gets loose. He overcorrects. Side by side, they battle for position. They collide and head toward the wall. They hit the wall in turn number 3 and slide toward the infield.
Both drivers are out of it, and Richard Petty pulls ahead.
The yellow flag is out as the pack races toward the finish.
And Richard Petty will take the checkered flag. Petty's crew can't believe this incredible turn of events as pit road erupts in celebration.
Hang on, Donnie and Cale are out of their cars. It appears we have a fight on the infield. Punches are being thrown. Crew members and officials jump in to restore order. Emotions are running hot as events on the last lap have spiraled out of control.
If I hadn't Kansas team, Bill, has changed colors on pit road, their uniforms for the last couple of weeks. These guys have trouble sometimes finding their pit boxes when they stay the same color. Here were Matt's comments just moments ago on the radio.
All right, guys, finished 12 laps. Let's give it everything we got today. Dig as hard as we can dig. Go have some fun. Good luck, guys. Okay, hey, man, I'm going to remind you, we got the blue and white uniforms today. We got the blue uniforms of the 26 and blue uniforms of the 96 behind us, just so you know.
Okay, great. I stopped in green last week looking for yellow.
I'll try to help you better than what we did last week. I'll work on it here to get you in the right spot.
Crew Chief Robbie Reiser talking there as well, and Bob Jeffrey, the spotter, will all try to help Matt Kenseth get to his pit stall today, Bill.
It's tough enough, Dave, to find your pit stall, especially when they keep changing all the colors on you.
Rotating the colors of the rainbow every week for him.
Pace lights are out. Pace car will head to pit road. Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick will bring them to the green flag. The points in the top 10 will change immediately after the first lap because of starting positions. We'll sort that out as we go along. 5 bonus points on the line. Race number 9 in the chase underway. Gordon gets the 5 bonus points for leading the first lap.
Mission accomplished. Kevin Harvick can have the lead now, but at least he got those 5 points.
I don't know if he can have it or not, BP.
Well, doesn't look that way, does it? Man, he got that outside line to work.
Try to get it. We saw that yesterday. If you can get your car to work really well up in 1 and 2 on the high side, it's really, really fast.
Caution for debris.
But I don't think Robbie Gordon is going to be the lucky dog. Although he raced Harvick hard, trying to stay on that lead lap, he did not want to go a lap down, but I think Tony Raines just got passed by Harvick, and he'll wind up being the lucky dog.
First caution in the Checker Auto Parts 500. Harvick, Gordon, Johnson, Edwards, and Vickers, the top 5. Then it's Casey Kane, Jamie McMurray, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch.
I hope that wasn't the piece of debris.
That's the debris?
I hope not. But I will say, there's a lot of happy drivers.
Well, I'll tell you who's really happy. Matt Kenseth, who qualified 10th. He's running 25th when the caution came out. And you're right, Raines is the lucky dog. He will come around and be the 34th car on the lead lap. Pit road is very tricky here. It is long, tight, and curvy down there between turns 1 and 2. See how it all works out. Harvick brings them down. We start with Marty.
Bill Carl Edwards running 4th will have one of the early pit stalls on pit road, so he'll pit early and then he'll have to get out and avoid those cars as they exit pit road. Carl says this car's a little bit of a tight in the middle of the corner. He says he slides for a little bit, but the exit is very good. He noticed where Jimmy Johnson was beating him. He said Johnson can roll through the center of the corner. Half pound on both left side tires for the 99. Matt?
Lap cars pitting around Denny Hamlin, so he will have an easy entry and easy exit. He said he needed help most with forward bite. Mike Ford calling for a small air pressure change out of both rear tires. Dave?
Kevin Harvick is already leaving, Matt. His car was a little bit tight going toward the center of the corner. A slight wedge adjustment and air pressure. Allen.
Four-tire change for Jimmy Johnson. Would you change a car that was running that well?
I was going to say, Alan, I'd be real surprised if somebody came back and said they made an adjustment on that car.
And Jeff Gordon, a fourth tire change as well. A little help trying to get into the corners. The back end of the car wanted to come around on him when he goes down into the corners for the 24.
Let's take a look at the Nextel race-off of pit road. Nextel celebrating speed, teamwork, and getting things done instantly. Kevin Harvick trying to sweep at Phoenix under caution. For Brady Quinn and the Fighting Irish as they face Army in their final home game of the season. Notre Dame Army next Saturday, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific on NBC. Under caution, our second one here in Phoenix. And it's for debris. And this comes just before these guys are going to have to really start thinking about stopping under the green. It's Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Carl Edwards, and Casey Kane, the top 5. Then Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Great run for Mark Martin. He's up to 8th. Jamie McMurray, Brian Vickers, the top 10. Kyle Busch is in 12th. Jeff Burton in 13th. Matt Kenseth back in the 21st position. There are currently 24 cars on the lead lap. They're all headed for pit motor.
No, I think he has an oil line.
Is it?
Car still running?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, I think an oil line broke on him. But it did a good job on oiling the racetrack down.
Now we're hearing that it could be a rear end gear problem.
Fluid in the back
for the 55.
Gear, yeah. But pit road is open and they're all coming to Marty.
Yeah, guys, Carl Edwards likes the changes he got last time, wants a little more, though, so they're going to make the same one. So the car just slides a little bit in the middle of the corner, half pound on the both left side tires, and a half pound on that right rear tire, trying to get that car to turn just a little bit better and maybe catch those front runners, Matt.
Danny Hamlin says, I don't know what has happened to the racetrack, but I have lost so much grip. Mike Ford's calling to go back up on the adjustments they made back on the lap 151 stop to try to get more grip with this race car. Dave?
And Kevin Harvick just a little bit tight in the center of the corner. Chassis adjustment as well as air pressure for Kevin. Alan.
Four-tire change and adjustments on both the wedge bolts, left rear and right rear for Jimmy Johnson. Looks like they had a little trouble on the left front.
Gonna lose a number of spots down there.
I thought Carl Edwards might come out second, but we'll wait till the camera verifies that.
Here you go, BP.
29.
There's
99. 9, 24. Ooh, where's the 48? There he is.
Wow. This will be fun to watch.
Oh, yes, it will.
Robbie Gordon involved. Let's go back and take a look.
Well, 61 and 7 of Robbie Gordon side by side.
Robbie's smoking, though.
Was he?
Yeah, there was something smoking on that car.
As he came off the corner?
Yeah.
61 and Chad.
Yeah, I do see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Chad Chaffin.
They're only 4 or 5 wide there, wasn't they? See what Kenny Schrader sees.
Not much with that sun in his eyes.
Chad was a long way up there to hit the 7 car, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure there's more to that story.
Yeah.
And Robbie Gordon has made it to his pit stall.
He moved over. He thought I hit him, but he moved over and pitched me up against the wall. So.
Yeah, Robbie's thinking it's a payback for something down the road.
86 to go. You stop here, you can make it to the end. Unless we go green, white checkers or something wacky like that happens.
Yeah. Run 50 laps of overtime.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. They can make it from here.
It's Harvick, Edwards, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson to 4th. Earnhardt Jr. is 5th. Casey Kane, Denny Hamlin, Jamie McMurray, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, the top 10. Jeff Burton is 12th, Mark Martin 13th, Matt Kenseth is 14th. All 10 chasers run in the top 14 positions. They head for pit road. Here's Marty.
Carl Edwards wants a slew of changes. Bill, he said this is the worst the car has been all day long, but it's still pretty good compared to everybody else. Tight in the center, loose on exit, a ½ pound out of the right rear tire, ½ pound out of both left side tires, and a half round of wedge out of the right rear. He said the car just slides in the middle of the corner, and then on exit, it's too loose. Dave?
One of the electric devices Kevin Harvick had to turn off was the right front fan to the right front tire. That has tightened the car up. They will have to loosen this car with a chassis and air pressure adjustment. Alan?
Well, we talked about Jimmy Johnson having a little issue on the pit stop last time. Looks like things are going a little bit better on this stop. Up to Jeff Gordon, going to take 4 tires there. They had a little trouble on the left rear, it looked like in 24, but I believe he might have gained a spot on the stop.
Looks like you beat the 8 car out, Alan.
Hectic race off of pit road. Let's take a look at it. There's Harvick. Boy, what a day he's having. Carl Edwards, then Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon.
5 car, wasn't that 55 Wally on the 8?
Yeah.
Up in 3 and 4, but he is making the pit road. Evidently, some more fluid back on the track.
Yeah, he had gone to the garage, came back out. They did a little bit of work on pit road, came back out on the track, and now he heads back to the garage again. 5th caution period of the race. And just 60 to go.
He's lucky that thing will coast all the way to his stall. His truck, actually.
Harvick, the race leader, then Johnson, Edwards, Gordon, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Well, Wally, I guess they all got to stop and get tires, don't you guess?
Yeah, I think they probably will.
And these top cars, I'm sure, will all change 4, but somebody back there might change 2.
Based on some of what they saw yesterday. Pit road remains closed while the pace car gathers the entire field. Matt Kenseth, the 2003 NASCAR Nextel Cup Series champion, has 4 wins this year. Currently 2nd in the championship standings, trying to hang on tight, make a run for a 2nd championship next week in the Ford 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. And you'll see it right here on NBC. There's Matt in the 17 car, 12th.
Last time we checked, he was 14th, so he's still moving forward. Now, if they can make one more adjustment, they'll make this car about a 10th or 2 faster. He might get a top 10.
And if somebody in front of him goes the wrong way with their adjustment, 49 car smoking. Mike Bliss.
Now, yes, that's not an oil line. That's the real deal there. Blown engine.
Come on down, come on down, come on down.
See him get oil across the racetrack when he made that turn?
Right there. Almost spun himself out.
Yeah.
Will this help Martin a little bit?
I think every lap he gets under yellow is a big help. Absolutely.
Mark with just 2 tires. Just about everybody else with 4 right behind him. Fresher tires. David Stremme, who was up there battling, is the lucky dog.
Yeah, that was big when you get Lewis on your windshield.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Oil and water.
Wally, would you go clean that camera for us, please?
I'm on it.
Thank you. Under caution here in Phoenix, less than 50 to go. Mark Martin took just 2 tires on the last stop. But the guys behind him are coming fast and furious with 4 fresh tires.
Kyle Busch.
Oh, man.
Ryan Newman goes around, but I don't think he makes contact.
Dale Jarrett's around.
McMurray got clobbered.
And that's such a shame. He finally had a decent run going.
Yeah.
7th caution.
Got a little fire under the hood, too. You see it right there in the back, and it looks like he's going to get turned by Tony Stewart. It looked like McMurray came up. He kind of came in front of Stewart, thought he was clear, and he hit everything.
Yeah. Cars, walls, inside walls, outside walls, cars. Oh, man.
Did Bill Elliott get him or not get him?
I think he got him.
You did get him? Okay.
And we know Kyle Busch did.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of chase it's been for Kyle Busch. Not the success he was hoping for. He's headed for the garage. Jamie McMurray with heavy damage under caution at Phoenix. Less than 40 to go.
Maryland Marlin, he was 35th in car owner points. This is going to put Kyle Petty back up there. Oh.
Dale Jarrett also involved. Bad break for Sterling, good break for Kyle.
Man, oh man.
Either got loose or something, overcorrected right back up into him, put him in the outside wall.
Is that Dale?
Sound like it.
And this could work to Kevin Harvick's favor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will. I mean, every yellow helps those guys.
Shortens the run. Wow.
Yeah, Sterling Marlin got sideways, and he corrected, and when he corrected or overcorrected, the 88 of Dale Jarrett was up above him, and Dale just got gobbled up in that wreck.
So that's what he's talking about. He overcorrected it.
Yeah. The 10 of Scott Riggs is the lucky dog. He will come around and be probably the 27th car on the lead lap. Sterling trying to get to the garage. And we work caution number 9. Check that, number 8, our 8th caution. There's DJ climbing out. One more ride for him at Robert Yates Racing next week at Homestead, the Ford 400.
And next year he goes over to drive at Toyota for Michael Walter.
Coming up on 20 to go here in Phoenix. Can Harvick hold off Johnson? Can Gordon make a move? How's that apple pie coming? Check it out when we come back.
Hardhead. A lot of take.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking right now.
Yeah, we wouldn't have seen a pass like that earlier in the race between Carl Edwards and Jeff Gordon.
Lucky dog goes to Kyle Petty.
How about that?
Will come around, be the 28th car on the lead lap. Safety crew to Jeff Green's car. First look is already underway.
Those cars behind him, so
those are likely suspects.
Likely suspects. But he puts the window net down like he's angry, and he kind of slammed it down.
Yeah.
But
He's looking for somebody.
He's looking for somebody.
That'd be a blue car.
Could be.
Looking. I'm all right.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Blue car.
Blue car. Driven by Tony Raines.
There's Tony. You can get your DLP TV at Best Buy, can't you?
I believe so.
We'll have to ask Jimmy McMurray where he gets his.
We know you can at Circuit City.
Yeah, you sure can. So clean up here.
Again.
Yep. Caution number 9. And we were doing so well. Just sailing along. But
that's when everybody was being nice.
That's right.
But at least now we have Chris and the bus and Bob and Sterling already watching the race.
That's right. And we got Dave watching the leader.
Yep, and listening to him about their voltage situation. Remember, you need a battery that is charged to run some things in your race car, and so far it's hanging on down to 11 volts according to Kevin, and crew chief Todd Barrier says it doesn't need to be any less than that. So don't turn anything on unless you think you really need it and you only have a couple laps to go. But I think the watchword here is just leave it like it is. So far it's hanging on.
So you're saying no CD player for the last 11 laps, huh?
No CD player, and I was also wondering after McMurray's comments, I wonder where Kevin buys his batteries and if he'll change after this. Or he might go to the same place. It's hanging on.
Oh boy, Harvick has led 240 of the 300 laps. Just coming down pit road here to help with the cleanup. Alan.
Well, let's talk to the crew chief of the driver who started today 3rd in the championship, Tony Eury Jr. Tony, you've been kind of waffling back and forth between 4th and 8th for a lot of the race. Tell us about the car's day.
Yeah, it's just real tight in the center. We got it pretty good there a while ago during the middle of the race, and it just seems to have gotten tight again here with all these cautions. So, you know, it's been a hard weekend, but we're lucky we're in the top 10. We're pretty happy.
Thank you, Tony. Tony Jr., Dale Earnhardt Jr. rather, talked earlier in the weekend about the fact that the mile-and-a-half tracks have been the strength of their program this season, but it seems like as they picked that part of the program up, the flatter tracks, like here in Phoenix, fell off. So they were a little worried about today. They have struggled today. They will go to a mile-and-a-half very fast track next week down at Homestead Miami Speedway for their shot at the championship. But, Bill, it looks like they're going to need some help.
They are. They'll be in it mathematically as of right now, Alan, but that's a lot behind him. And the front two break away.
I don't know if Carl Edwards missed a shift or what was the deal on that, but he got ran over. And the 07 car, Clint Boyer's got big problems.
He's got a left front fender rubbing the tire badly as Matt Kempis is trying to go by on the outside.
Don't believe that will make it for 8 laps.
I don't believe it will either. There's no way it's going to make it.
But I don't want to be around him when it goes. Black flag, 07. Clint Bowyer being called to pit road. Harvick strong on the
trouble. 42 goes around. Right in front of Stewart.
Caution.
Keep on, caution's out, caution's out. Stand up. Hold the brake.
Now that was just ball by himself. I don't think he had any contact there.
Well, he hit something. I don't know. It wasn't that wreck, but
no. There's Bowyer. There's Mears.
So we see some damage on the right front fender on the 42. This is a break for Clint Bowyer. At least he gets to stay in the lead lap.
He's just sitting there, trying to get it refired. There he goes.
He's got a lot of damage on the left front, too. A lot of damage.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, let's go back and walk through this. Let's take a look at the restart first. Single file restart.
Watch the 99 car. Third car in line. The first two cars will take off. It looks like he missed a shift.
And you see the scramble behind him. Gordon and Hamlin trying to get by.
Because I saw a puff of smoke come out of the right side, and then normally that's because you miss a shift.
And the jam up behind, Clint Bowyer got his left front fender banged up.
Looking here.
It's just to your right.
So the report from the pits is Carl Edwards is saying that with contact from the 24 car that caused that, Wally.
There's Mears going around.
I think there was contact because the 99 didn't go anywhere.
Because the front two took off.
Yeah, they did. They had a great, both those front two cars had a great restart.
Well, you know, Jimmy watched the race yesterday, so he was thinking about those restarts with Matt and Harvick. So we just wanted to be ready. There's Bowyer on pit road. They attend to the damage on his car.
And they're holding him for something.
Marty?
Well, guys, this is Carl Edwards' version of what happened on the restart. He said Jeff Gordon hit him, picked his rear tires up off the ground, so when he went to go, nothing happened. You can see the damage on the left rear of the 99 car, or the right rear, rather. Now, remember earlier in the race, we told you Jeff Gordon was not happy with the 99 car. He said that he felt like he roughed him a little race and made some gestures to Carl Edwards earlier, so maybe there was a little bad blood there that led to that. Alan?
A couple things there from the 24 side of that story, Marty. First of all, Jeff Gordon said, well, tell the 99 to go on the restart, and we'll be fine. And the other thing was, after the caution came out, just after Carl passed Jeff, the crew chief for Jeff Gordon, Steve Letarte, came on the radio and said, what in the world's going on with the 99? Asked the spotter to go down, and Jeff jumped on the radio and said, no, I got it, it's fine. He's really good on the first couple laps after restart. I got it. So take that for what you want.
You see back on the right rear quarter how that's pushed out there on the 99 car. Whoops, that's not the 99 car.
Steve Letarte, crew chief for Jeff Gordon. Race has been red flag. The car is stopped while the cleanup continues. We'll get you a shot of that damage there, BP. There you go.
There we go. Right there. There is where the contact was made with the right rear, and we saw in Jeff Gordon's car, right in the nose, we saw the bruise there. So there's no doubt there was contact, but you know, Jeff has a valid point, is the 99 did not go as well as the front two for whatever reason.
There you see the front two take off.
You know, I'm going to say that, yeah, that's an understatement.
He didn't go anywhere.
I mean, he didn't go anywhere.
Well, look where
And
the
when
11 is.
And you're looking at, you know, when you're the 24, you're not, you know, you're looking at the flag stand and you're trying to look at the leaders on when they take off.
Looking through the cars in front of you, trying to.
Those two front guys took off 3-4 car lengths, and the 99 still wasn't going anywhere. So you got to go. You're going to get run over.
07 car, I'm told, we saw him sitting on pit road with the officials. He's leaking fluid.
Right. They pushed him back to the garage. Marty?
And guys, here's one point about Carl Edwards. He does not use a spotter to call the green flag. He calls it himself. So when he sees the green flag, he goes. As we've seen, it's hard to see going down into turn 1. So maybe he didn't see the green flag until about half a second later.
Marty, it's time to adjust when that happens.
I would agree, BP. I would agree.
Okay, well, when you're the third place car, you should be able to see the green flag when it's thrown.
There are the spotters up between turns 1 and 2, most of them here.
You need a little bit more roll to get these things started.
And a little less compression.
You can do that at Daytona and Talladega, but
Bristol.
Yeah, Bristol.
Oh, there's good use of a bumper cam.
Easy on that camera truck.
Your main switch is on. I said light.
Oh, easy on that bumper.
How about that?
Man.
Bump drafting at Phoenix, BP.
Never thought I'd see it.
And by rule, Harvick gets his position back.
Yes.
So it's Harvick.
These are unusual circumstances.
Yes. When the red flag comes out, stops the race. NASCAR wants to make sure every competitor gets an equal opportunity. On board with Kevin Harvick. Slowly working his way up through the gears as the field gets back in line.
Well, those transmissions sound like they're breaking every time they shift, don't they?
It's Harvick, Jimmie Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin, and Carl Edwards. Then Mark Martin, Kasey Kahne, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, and Jeff Burton, the top 10. Matt Kenseth is 11th. We've got 9 chasers in the top 11 spots. They've all had good days, but Harvick and Johnson have had great days. Harvick has led 247 laps. Jimmie Johnson has led 28 laps.
1 to go.
They're working down the backstretch. They'll get the 1 to go when they get to the front stretch at the start-finish line. So it'll be a 3-lap shootout if the caution doesn't come out again.
Wouldn't shock me.
A lot of hungry guys out there. 26 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, the 45 of Kyle Petty. See how much these points change between now and the finish. Alan?
What's the best thing Jimmie Johnson sees on the racetrack right now?
1 car in front of him.
That, Benny, but I'll give you one better.
All right.
The car that's behind him. His teammate, Jeff Gordon. After you've worked all day to try and get a top 5 finish and give yourself a good shot at the championship next week and that lead, the last thing you want to do is get bumped from behind on a restart and wrecked and have it all get thrown away. Jimmy's got a teammate behind him who, yes, wants to win, but will take care of him. Actually, not just a teammate, but a co-owner of his race car. That's probably the most comforting sight Jimmy's got right now in these final 3 laps.
Now, here, listen to this. Jeff Gordon is 162 points back right now. The cutoff is 156. If he passed Johnson, he'd pick up 5 points and be at 157 and still basically wouldn't be mathematically eligible if the leader started the race next week. So that position, while important, really won't help him that much.
I think he's just going to protect Johnson's back.
And watch.
And watch.
Pace car will dive to pit road. 3 laps to settle it here in Phoenix and set the stage for the season finale next Sunday in Homestead, Florida.
Watch where he restarts. Oh, Johnson's right there.
Johnson wants to make the move early.
Outside place. Yep. Just a little, but it wasn't quite enough for Jimmie Johnson to capitalize on it.
You want to hug that inside lane. Harvick tries to get down there and shut the door.
And he did.
Here you go. Hit your mark. Drive off. Come on, bud.
Gordon watches from third as these two battle for the win.
Hamlin taking a look on the inside of Gordon.
Strong run for Denny Hamlin, a rookie with 2 wins this season, trying to get under the 4-time champion for third. Carl Edwards right behind him. Leaders through 3 and 4 now. Harvick in front of Johnson. Last lap at Phoenix, white flag in the air. Looking back at Jimmie Johnson from Kevin Harvick. Harvick won here in the spring. Johnson on his bumper.
Harvick had to shut the door on him.
Johnson's got the momentum. Harvick's going to try and step away off of Ford. Johnson's not going to get him. Kevin Harvick sweeps at Phoenix.
They saw that flag.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Started backing off.
5 drivers will have a chance to win the Nextel Cup Championship next week in Homestead. Kevin Harvick won the first race in the chase at New Hampshire and wins race number 9 here in Phoenix.
And I tell you what, those 2 laps, last 2 laps, those guys, Harvick and Johnson, drove as hard as they absolutely could. It was a beautiful thing to see.
Sure was.
Football Night in America is coming up immediately. Here are the unofficial championship standings with 1 race to go. Everyone above that red line, Earnhardt Jr., Hamlin, Harvick, Kenseth, and Johnson, has a shot at the championship at Homestead, but it will be tough to erase a 60-plus point lead for Jimmie Johnson. Harvick celebrates. Big win for Kevin Harvick.
Ever see Harvick? Denny Hamlin comes through that 3rd place finish. Gordon, Edwards in 5th, and Martin, that 2-star stop worked out well for him. Kenseth, 13th position. David Gilliland, 16th tonight. 26 cars on the lead lap. Casey Mears, 26th.
Sterling Marlin took a hard hit, both in the car and in the points, owner points. Jimmie Johnson will clinch the championship at Homestead next week with a 12th place finish. That's unofficial based on the points as they stand right now. Points are made official on Monday by NASCAR. Harvick's going to need a push to get back to victory lane. For those of you that want to continue watching NASCAR racing from Phoenix, please tune to CNBC for the conclusion of our coverage. And coming up next on NBC, it's Football Night in America with Bob, Chris, Sterling, and the bus for all of today's NFL action. And don't forget, it's Bears and Giants after that. Our racing